installing the door card back on, I've created a connection. This is temporary until we get the bulkhead in when we do final rebuild. This is a working project. So we have the tweeters in. I got a 6x4 in, which I've just tricked out and just tried it out. And the problem is when I'm using my phone right now, I don't have a camera to film these on. So when my stereo kicks in, it connects to Wi-Fi and everything. And the microphone for this, because it'll go through the stereo when I talk, will come from the microphone up there on the pillar. So just a quick little deal on what we did here. 6x4 speaker, which comes with a bracket. It comes with a bracket like this, and we're using JBL speakers. So I take the bracket off, which is this, because I don't think that looks nice. And we get rid of it, and then we get it so just this metal edge is sitting on the door panel. And I am looking at some grills, because these came without grills. So I'm looking at some 6x4 grills to come, because I got a feeling this is going to get kicked at some point by someone's big old foot being down here in the door. So I'll get some grills and put it on. But anyway, my whole thing is, I just installed it yesterday. They sounded great, but I'm trying to get a little bit more of a bass response out of this. So you've got this box, you know, really, but there's nothing on them boxes. It's just open. So I kind of rednecked a speaker box and kind of enclosed it where the magnet still comes out the back, but I just used a bit of cardboard and a bunch of sound deadener, and it's getting a little bit more bass response out of that little speaker now. So I think I'm onto a winner in that. If it does seem to be working when we do the restoration, I can create a plastic panel to go behind it and, you know, make it look a little bit better. The cardboard was more of a template, does it work idea. It works, and if it works, it works. If it lasts forever, it lasts forever. But with these doors being a leaker, I don't see it lasting forever, and I'm gonna have to make a more secure panel behind it that will just tape on. And then, but yeah, it works. It's getting a lot more bass out of these speakers, which is what I wanted out of these, compared to the 4-inch, which I'm using for a mid. And I want to use these as a low mid along with the tweeters. So that gives me a deeper sound within the cab in the front. So that's how it's going. Today is to take that door card off and get the speaker in the door and follow the install that I've just done on here. And then I'll have the front done. Right now it's also running just off the head unit, and I've got to come out with my figuring of wiring to get from the amps and up to the head unit and figure a chase that I can get the cables through without getting in the way of the heating duct, because this is the heating duct as well as the shelf, so I can't just drill through it. I gotta figure a way of getting into the back of the radio. So yeah, that's this week's project now, but you should have this all in and start tuning it all up by the end of the week, hopefully. Okay, so we have the speaker in and it's screwed in now. So now we're just using the speaker box. We'll go around the driver and then we'll tape this in like this and just leave the driver exposed. But I think with to get bass, you have to have air movement, and the size of the air movement goes with the size of the speaker. And this little hollow box, by covering this off, gives this kind of a punch that I kind of like. So eventually I think what I'll do is I'll get some plastic when I do this, you know, permanently, when we do the whole entire restoration of the truck, and we'll do this out of plastic, or even if it's, you know, or whatever, but this cardboard is making it sound nice and deep. So we'll tape this in and then we'll sound deaden the cardboard, which makes it sound real nice and thick and deep for the bass that's coming off this little speaker. So we'll get this in, tape this in, put some sound deadening over it, and then we'll start doing the wiring. Okay, so we're going to start making some door connectors. I just made one. I have the kit to make my own connections, so I can put the door in or the door card in and disconnect my panel without having to get back into the other speakers and wires. So we're just going to strip these wires off and create a nice connection. So we'll get this ready and should be good to go. I've got one side done for this door card. The other door card is done and working. But I like this little kit. I got it from Amazon, and it's a pretty good kit. It's got all the little seals on it, so you can make it waterproof if you needed to. Which, when you're working on a Land Rover, that's a big deal. Because everything in Land Rover world has a tendency to leak. The more I work on it, the more leaks I find, the more it makes me laugh. It's just part of the quirks of having a Land Rover, right? So, you get that on and you crimp that on with the seal, give it a pull test. And the good thing about it, these are not made for this gauge of wire, but it's working fine. I didn't realize I got for a smaller gauge, but we'll make this work the way we need it to work, because that's what I ordered, and we're a million miles away from anywhere up here in the mountains. So we will make do with what we have and get this connection together. It's really easy to make these connections. Once you've made one, you can make hundreds, thousands. Very simple. Okay, so now it's going to go in this side. So it's going to be up. So it's going to be that way. So the blue goes on that side. That way. There we go. And I'll get the brown side in. That way. And that's as simple as that. And then you get a little deal for the front, and it just clips on. Job done. Always make sure you got your wires the same way, because that'd suck if it was back to front, right? So now it's time to go install it in the car, which I got to dismantle some things. So we got it going. So that's the stereo installed. Right now, that's the sound coming off just the head unit, which is cheap Jensen, not very good head unit. At some point, we will be changing that out to a Kenwood doubled in with wireless CarPlay. Now, the reason we got that cheap one is because I have one in my skid steer, and with all the dust and the nastiness that goes around that, it still works after 3 years. So we went with a cheaper one, knowing that this car has a lot of dust in it and a lot of dampness around it. So we went with the cheap one. But I have to say, these JBL speakers are getting the best out of that Jensen doubled-in head unit. These doors by Powerful UK, these door cards, I have to say, I think they're amazing. With a little bit of modification, with like the back of the speaker boxes of the door down in the kicker panel, you can get a little bit more bass out of them. Right now, like I said, we just got cardboard in there. I can change it out to a plastic or even a thin piece of wood to get that resonance. We need wood for resonance, really, thinking about it. Yeah, love it. So like and subscribe to the channel. Do me a favor. We're gonna keep building. Next, we'll be going into getting the amps behind the passenger seat, and then we will be getting all the cables ran into the back, because we still got another 5 speakers to put in this bad boy. And she sounds good going down the road, and we haven't even got amps. We just have the mids right now, no bass really. The bass is going to be a 12-inch sub in the back. So yeah, like and subscribe, and watch a Defender become a mobile disco. Thanks, catch you later.